Hey everyone, today from Very Geek. Today we're going to be talking about the whole idea of Rotten Tomatoes and King of the Monsters, whether or not King of the Monsters is a bad film comparative to other, films in the same franchise of Godzilla, Toho, and Legendary, included. And yeah, let's talk about it. So, the whole idea of this is really sketchy from the jump. Now, I know the title of the video says, is Godzilla King of the Monsters bad? And pretty much no, it isn't. And what I dislike about the whole Rotten Tomatoes situation is that, first of all, let's get a couple things out the way. Rotten Tomatoes is not a single person. If you don't know that, now you know. It's an aggregated score of a whole bunch of critics from the US, Rolling Stone, Screen Junkies, Collider, whatever the platform is, whoever is a certified review and critic, they will post this thing, and then it will either, if it's a positive review, it will go up, or it will go down depending on how many negative and whatever. So it's pretty much like right now it's in the middle, so it's like half good, half bad, at like 48-50% right now. And the thing is, Rotten Tomatoes to me seems like they know when the movie is going to be divisive / whatever to get a. This is the company, not talking about the reviewers. They know when the movie is going to be this divisive or bad or whatever, because I have checked and they have not done, every time they do a check back tomorrow for a tomato meter review, every time I check, there's not one for John Wick 3, there's not one for Aladdin, there's not one for Avengers, there's not one for many other films. The only other film that has it are like bad films, like guess what, like I believe Independence Day had one, Resurgence last year, and Hellboy this year. Hellboy is a dumpster fire, so don't get me wrong about that. But regardless of it being a dumpster fire or just film in general, I still think it's a little bit shady and scummy as hell to do a reveal knowing it's going to be negative, especially because they posted the review, like the score at the time. They posted the score at the time like 20-30 minutes after like the embargo lifted. I'm like, it doesn't make any sense, because obviously it's either going to go up or down. You can't have an accurate score until like a week or two passes, and it's bullshit to me that you have to do that in order to like, generate this weird sense of hype / damaging a brand. Because to me that's damaging. It's shitty, because no matter if the film is good or bad, how like even though Hellboy is trash, it still sucks that like somebody made that, and then you already know, you have this feeling of, oh, I know it's gonna be bad, so we're just gonna have like this weird like build up. Because again, because the moment you put out a score, a lot of people run with your reviews. You got to keep that in mind too. The moment someone sees a 48, a 30, a 20, or a 50, people start going crazy, like, oh no, this movie's like gonna be is awful apparently. And if you post that like 20 minutes in after the embargo, it's not gonna help the film. Like, I know if the movie's bad or whatever, it's bad, but you can't just build up this weird like thing and just randomly post, okay, like 20 minutes after the movie's like at 40%, because it went up after that. It was like at 35 and it went up to like 50 something. So, and like within an hour or two. So it's like it's such a sketchy format. Because again, I don't blame Rotten Tomatoes ranking, I just blame the way they handle the situation. I think that's entirely shitty and bad. Because again, Godzilla King of the Monsters is not a bad film. It's a love letter to all the Toho Destroy All Monsters like monster film, because it advertised that. It advertised that it was going to be a balls to the wall monster like mayhem movie. It's a kaiju film, and it delivers on all those aspects. Sure, there are problems with the script and the characters, yeah, but I can forgive that when I see the amount of love that the studio and the director put into this to deliver the Godzilla experience in terms of monsters, at least. So I see all of that, and I think that the characters are fun, cringy, and cheesy at times, yeah, but that's just how Godzilla films roll in all the movies, especially the Toho ones after the 54 one. So I just see it as a love letter and a big fan servicey movie that delivers on the action, that delivers on visuals, on cinematography. There are beautiful shots in the film. There are a couple characters that are useless, and a couple characters that are, you don't need, and you could combine them into one character. But again, it's a Godzilla film that has so much love and heart, and the soundtrack is amazing too. So I mean, there's so many factors in this movie that keep it from being a bad film, that I don't think the film is a bad film at all. So I don't know. I just think that it's bullshit that the way they're handling this this King of the Monsters like reveal slash whatever. I know usually it's not a good sign for a movie to get like an embargo so late into the game, like a day or two before, especially because it's a bad sign, because if you don't want people to know about your film a day or two before, then it's kind of a tell sign. But now that's not always the case, because even though like Last Jedi is bad, but there's some good things in it. But even the Star Wars and Avengers franchise had like embargoes until like 2-3 days before, and that didn't mean that those movies are bad, like most of the time. So I don't know. I just think that it got an unfair shake, and lumping it like kind of like in that bottom tier like of cinema, which I think is bullshit. So I don't know. The main complaints, as per usual, is either in 2014 the main thing from people and like critics or whatever is like, oh yeah, whenever they come to the action they cut away, and then now it's a dick tease or whatever, and then now when the movie and that they didn't show enough Godzilla now, because in 2014 there's literally only 11 minutes of Godzilla in a 2-hour film, but now when this movie is like half of it is just monsters and half of it is humans, like it's balanced out. Sure, the movie could have been better structurally plot-wise, but I thought it was wonky, melodramatic, cheesy fun that harkens back to those films. So again, like I said, 2014 is a little bit more streamlined and easy to digest, and Bryan Cranston did an amazing performance compared to both movies in general. But like I said, it really isn't a bad film. If you want to go check it out, especially if you're a Godzilla fan, it's a love letter. It's an amazing film. You'll enjoy the ride. If you're a general audience fan, you'll probably like it a lot too. You probably love the monster action and just get to have some popcorn summer blockbuster fun, because that's what it is. And no, I don't compare it to Transformers or Independence Day, because this movie at least has heart and love to it, that has so many references and Easter eggs. The soundtrack is dope. The visuals are astounding. So I would never compare this movie to Independence Day or like another like type movie. Like maybe Independence Day a little bit, because at least the first one was just dumb, stupid humor, and not humor, fun. But this one it's above that at least. So I don't know. I had a blast with the film. You can check out my review at the end. It's spoiler free. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of Godzilla King of the Monsters. Do you guys think it's bad? And of course, someone just turned on a random well. Okay, well I gotta go. So make sure you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe. Ignore that. Leave a comment. Do you think the movie's bad or good? In your opinion, if you've seen it or are you looking forward to it? It's a review. The review's hampering your excitement. Don't let it do that. Remember, your own opinion is the only one that you should ever consider and validate, and take that into account. Make sure you guys follow me on my Instagram, Twitter, and my Snapchat. And yeah, hope you guys have a great night. Bye guys.